Hey guys, and welcome to the Blue Bridge. And today I'll be talking two Victors and one Angelo. So let's get into it. So the Victor Oshimen saga is over. I did a video on talking about the transfer window, but I had some technical difficulties whilst out in Jamaica. So by the time I got home back to the UK, it was a bit late to post it. I think it's not worth posting it anyway. But first of all, before I talk about the Victors, I'd like to welcome Jadon Sancho to the club. So Chelsea supporter, he looks happy to be here. At the time, I did think it was a needless transfer, bearing in mind we've got a lot of players in those positions. But if he's coming, the good thing about him is his versatility. He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play down the middle as well. So I suppose they're just bringing him in to cover all the spots in case of injuries or players out of form. We're in two competitions as well this season. I would say two. We're in four competitions. We've got the Conference League, which gives us more football to play in a week. So maybe we need that big squad, bearing in mind the injuries that people like Neto and Madueke tend to get over the course of the season. João Felix, does he get injuries? I can't remember when he was at Chelsea whether he had a lot of injuries, but we know Madueke gets injured quite a lot. We know Neto gets injured quite a lot. So we know that their game time has to be managed effectively. So Jadon Sancho coming in to fill a spot and to lighten the load. Maybe now I'm looking at it, probably makes sense. And the other good thing is with Jadon Sancho is that my neighbour is very close to his parents, so I've already been over there and trying to get some complimentary tickets. So I'm hoping that they can come through for me in the future. Anyway, going on to the two Victors. So Victor Oshimen, obviously we had that big transfer saga on transfer deadline day where Chelsea tried to do a deal, but ultimately it didn't materialise, and that was obviously because Victor Oshimen's agent wanted him to be paid what he was getting at Napoli. And the thing is, Napoli played a gamble which nearly backfired had it not been for Galatasaray, who came in because their window closes after the rest of Europe. So he got paid a big wage, but what De Laurentiis wanted, that he thought that he will just keep him for a season, increases his buyout clause to 150 million or something ridiculous like that, and give Oshimen a pay rise to sign that contract. But when you're with De Laurentiis, whenever you sign, you're signing your life away. You're signing a prison sentence because he's not going to let you go easily, as Victor Oshimen found. He had negotiated a deal apparently with the Saudi club, Al Hilal, but then what happened was that they found out how much Al Hilal were paying for Victor for Ivan Toney. And in the last few hours of the deal, they increased the fee. They said they wanted more. So the Saudi club, pulled out and they said, no, we're not having this. So it left Victor Oshimen with only Chelsea on the table. So Chelsea, knowing that they were the only club on, tried to negotiate a deal. But I'm not sure if it was Oshimen who was pushing it or his agent was pushing it, where he said he needed to be on the money that he was getting at Napoli, which was an inflated wage that he was getting at Napoli anyway, because they knew that they couldn't afford to keep him for another season. That's why they were trying to get rid of him, because it wasn't sustainable, especially after getting Lukaku, to have him on big wages for another season. Chelsea, knowing that, did try to convince the guy to sign for us, being that he supports us or supposedly supports us, but hence it wasn't enough. I'm not sure how much we offered in the end, and was it a lot lower than what he was getting at Napoli? I don't know, but the deal wasn't out on, and he said he didn't want a loan deal. So what happens now? He's got a loan deal at Galatasaray, so he's playing in a poorer league. Okay, they got a chance of competing for the title, but you can go to Estonia or Celtic or Rangers or something if that's what you want. But he's not. He's playing in a really poor league now. I'm not sure what wages he's getting. Some reports are saying that he wanted the same money as he was getting at Napoli. Some other reports saying that he's going to get 1 or £2 million less than he was getting at Napoli. So if that's the case, he's not getting the Napoli money anyway. He should have come to Chelsea, but hey ho. But some reports are actually saying that Chelsea haven't closed the door on him, and they have indicated that they will come back in January for him and give him the money he wants. But that to me doesn't really make sense, because if we're going to give him what he wants in January, why didn't we do that in August? So that doesn't make any sense to me, those reports that I'm hearing. So I'll take that with a pinch of salt. But it would just be like our sporting directors to do something silly like that anyway. All depends where we are in the season and how desperate we are for a striker. And that brings me on to the other victor, actually, because at the game against Crystal Palace, we spotted Victor Gyökeres, again butchering his name, his agent. Oh, sorry. Before I go to Victor Gyökeres, let me just finish on the story of Victor Oshimen. Apparently, he sacked his agent as well. So that was poor negotiation by his agent. Totally screwed him over. He's now fired his agent. The move to Galatasaray was organised by him and somebody else. So he's going to be looking for another agent. So maybe that may have some, the fact that Chelsea may come in for him in January. That maybe it's not so far-fetched, the fact that he's fired his agent. He's going to negotiate for him in the future. But Victor Gyökeres now, his agent was spotted at Stamford Bridge for the Crystal Palace game, and that's got people thinking, is he going to be somebody we're going to be exploring in January? He's just coming off the back of an injury at the moment, so don't know how good he's going to be once he comes back. Again, playing in the Portuguese league as to playing in the Premier League. The defending in the Portuguese league isn't as strong. So he looks good at the moment in the Portuguese league, scoring lots of goals, but can it translate to goals in the Premier League? I don't know. It could be a good signing. He's got a good finisher, a decent finisher. He's played in the English football before with Coventry, so that may be one to look at as well. But there's nothing concrete. It was just the fact that his agent was there that people are putting 2 and 2 together. Could be to make 4 or could be to make 5. We don't know. Right, final story now. Angelo, Gabriel Angelo, he's off now he's going off to Saudi League. Was it Al Etihad? I can't remember what Saudi club it is, but he's going to be going, and we're going to be making a £6 million profit on him. I think we bought him for 11 or 12 million. We're selling him for £17 million or something like that. So we'll be making a profit on this player. And a lot of people are moaning about it. Are saying, "No, Chelsea are just buying these players to flip them in the future for a profit." But if there's any way of making financial money, I don't see the issue with that. And the thing is, we've been doing that for years under Roman Abramovich. That's what we used to do. We used to buy players, buy loads of younger players, and hope that some may make it, and the ones who don't make it, we'll make a profit on them. Even some people like Dilly Bodji and people like that, we made a profit on them. So there are certain situations where we do that, and we've always, since financial fair play coming, we've been a club who have been always having to sell people to balance the books. Just have to, do your research, because a lot of people don't do their research. Go to the Swiss Rambler. There's good articles about Chelsea, and as I said, this has been going on for years under Roman Abramovich, and we've made the most money out of any club through player sales, and that goes way back from, as I said, from Abramovich's days and until now. So this is nothing new that we are doing. So I'm not sure why people are making a big deal out of this. So what do you think, guys, about this situation? You happy that the club are selling Angelo? Do you think that he could have done something for the club? I don't see where he's going to play, actually, because we've got so many players in that position anyway. And finally, the victors. Which victor do you want, if we can get a victor? Do you want Oshimen or Gyökeres, or do you want no victor at all and want another striker? Stick it in the comments section below. So that's it, boys and girls. That's my video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications to be notified when I make a new video. So take care. Bye-bye.